Lego just announced the new Dream sets, and I am really happy with them. I wanted to make a video because looking at some of these, they just look really great, especially this Fox mech. But yeah, I just wanted to go through a couple of them real quick, do some comparisons because I feel like these are a step up of what some of the other sets were. And granted, they're all a little higher price points. The lowest is $50, and they kind of step up by $10 or $20 each. But I think the level of detail on some of these is worth it. And I'm going to grab the Crocodile Submarine here. So this is the Crocodile Submarine, and if we compare it to the Crocodile Car a couple years ago, just the difference is so stark. The previous Crocodile Car, the arms had so much less detail. The tail, while still a little detailed here, is just so much less than this thicker, kind of greeble, detailed tail. That they use a lot of these small pieces to add the texture and just that detail to all of these parts. They use full teeth rather than just the couple teeth poking out here. It just looks like a much more fleshed out build. And the crazy thing to me is this is $70 now for this Crocodile Car, right? Yes, $70. This previous Crocodile Car, granted it comes with this side build, this little motorcycle, but this was $60 when it came out. So for $10 more, you're just getting such a more complete build, and you still get almost a side build with this unique spider enemy, like kind of spider torso, spider body, spider legs enemy, and these axe pieces are pretty unique too. And I don't know if they came in trans pink before, maybe they did, but these are nice pieces too, and you still get one of the little Dreamland guys. You get this little side build crystal thing, which is nice. They threw in the random spiders. It just seems great. So yeah, $10 more, you get all this detail. And then if we just look at piece counts, right? For $70, you get 1,100 pieces. Granted, a lot of them are going to be these small ones, but still, you get several unique pieces. This sword, the sword is excellent. I think this sword is going to go crazy for like the pseudo fantasy castle fans. I think this is a great like paladin sword or like fancy knight sword. I think this is going to be incredibly useful. But yeah, just the comparison makes this one that was $60 when it came out 500 pieces, and now we're getting one for $70, 1,100 pieces, the same or more minifigs, and just generally better parts. They definitely stepped it up. And then if we go to some of the other ones, that doesn't even have my favorite piece in it. If we look at this Fox mech, $80, this feels comparable to what we'd see from some Ninjago mechs, and I think that's what people are comparing it to. But just, I'm so excited for this because look, you get 3 of these unique swords. I feel like they didn't have to give you 3. They gave us 3. All of them have unique armor. These headpieces are cool. They have the 2 little guys that both have helmets. And then this claw piece, and you can see it better when it's in this sphinx or dog form, fox form. But you get 7 of this claw piece, this green energy piece, and I love that it works as a claw. They're using it as tail. I'm sure you could use it as a sword in some cases. It looks great to me. And to go back to the Crocodile Submarine, sorry for clicking around so much here, maybe I'll put some still pictures up. But to go back to this, one of the biggest things that I think I didn't like about Dreamzzz, and it feels really obvious now looking at these new sets, is when you look at one of these sets, it feels very, I don't know, like clashing. The colors, they use this bright yellow, they have the orange, they also have a brighter red, they have this bright and dark blue, it kind of like goes against a lot of the advice you hear from mocks, where it's like pick 1 to 2 colors in your theme and then use a couple accent colors or an accent color. And I feel like that's what they're doing with the new ones very well. They have this slightly darker yellow that's more complementary to the light blue and dark blue. So it just looks like a better standalone model that'll fit in with other Lego displays you have. It's not so stark and like color splashed. And we see it too if we want to go into like some of the old or the previous set of Dreamzzz I have up here. Like the Logan's jet, they have this bright neon yellow, bright blue, and bright red. I know that was kind of the theme, but it still just makes all the builds so stark. So I don't want to say childish, but yeah, like one of those things where you're throwing these bright, vibrant colors, just so many at a single build. And again, I don't think they look bad necessarily. I think they add to like some of the charm. The newer ones have that kind of a little more muted colors to them that make them feel like more of a normal, I don't know, like a build that you would display a little bit easier with other builds. The same thing with the Fox Mech. It's got the green and gold as the main colors with just a bit of white, and it looks really great together. And again, keeping the 100+ pieces per $10 is what I feel like kind of the baseline is for like a reasonable part count. Like they're giving you a lot of unique pieces. These swords, a lot of the hats here, the crystal stuff, and then all these energy effect pieces, along with some of these bigger, like the shoulder pieces, the ears, some bigger unique pieces, and they kept the piece count up. So it seems great in all regards. You're getting the good pieces, large pieces, plus good piece count. I guess the only argument is maybe there could be more minifigs, but you get 2 of the small ones too, so it's almost like 5. If you want to count Z-Blob, that's a 6th, but nah. So let me click back here. But yeah, going back to some of these other ones, I'm just overly happy with how they've done some of these. Let's look at the Dino Jet next. So this like Brontosaurus, that could also be a Stegosaurus. I definitely like the Brontosaurus more, but I still think this looks pretty good. But yeah, just the articulation. I mean, it doesn't look like the knees actually bend, but compared to some of the other Dream sets we've got, this looks so dynamic. You also get some of these big crazy pieces here, like the wings and the tail of the jet, plus these thigh pieces are very unique looking. I don't know if those are stickers or if those are printed, but then again, you get these energy effects on the tail, and I'm just really excited about those because they can be used as a sword. They're using them for tails or claws or wings for a lot of these. Yeah, I think they'll be way more universally useful than some of the other energy effects we've gotten. If we look at like this mech with this pink energy effect, I feel like this is, not to say useless, but it's very limited in use compared to this energy piece here. I think can be used in a lot more things, especially depending on the color. Likewise, one of the other energy effects that we had was here it is, this green in the back. I don't know if you can see it, but this kind of like explosion and then push. I think it was okay, but because it was so rounded, it really felt like it does here, like just an exhaust for a car, and they used it the same way in the jet. It doesn't feel like a good blast in most cases, and so it felt a little less useful. Again, this one I think is just going to be so useful. So yeah, just each of these sets, again, the level of detail, if you look at like the legs and such, Like they've got these little pieces for the additional like hinge. They really put more detail on each of the parts and didn't leave them bare like a lot of the older sets. So I want to make the video just to touch a couple of these and talk about how excited I was about some. And again, with this energy effect, I like that several of the sets are giving you so many of them. Because a lot of times the sets will give you like 1 or 2. I know that Dino one just gave you 2. But like you get 6 for the Scorpion. You get 7 for that Wolf mech. It's... I don't know. I feel like they were real generous with them. Same with this scoop piece. You get 3 of this relatively unique scoop piece with this set. Each of the sets you're getting like... It seems like 3 of these half crystal pieces. And again, the sword, I feel like the swords were more limited before, where is like half the sets you'd get 1. Now it feels like all of these sets you're getting at least 1. With like several of them you're getting 2 or 3. Yeah, I guess the wolf mech you're getting 3, the tiger shark tank you're getting 3, 2, and then 1 and 1. But yeah, the swords where you'll always get 1, and they just look really great to me. Especially this clear one with the gold. I think that goes well with a lot of things. But yeah, let's take a quick look at the tiger shark. So this one I think is, especially in this form, is a little less appealing. But again, because they use just like the 3 complementary colors, the dark blue, gold, and orange, and then just have a couple accents, I think it still looks like very good and clean. It's not like they threw random red in there or some bright yellow or some bright green randomly. It feels like a well thought out color design compared to the other ones. Also, this centipede bad guy, that looks great. Which you could probably brick build that anyway, but I just think it looks really good. I'm excited about these. I'm excited about this new headpiece. Like, this looks like a great Halloween headpiece. I think getting black skeletons off like the pick-a-brick site because they're relatively cheap and having these heads is going to be great. I'm really hoping these heads make it to the pick-a-brick site at some point. Yeah, and then I think the other form, this sailing ship form, actually looks just better because it's the shark thing clearly has its color. All of this stuff is the harness, the gold, and this brown. They even use the treads as sails. I don't know if I love it per se, but I feel like it's very clever. So again, not to fanboy too hard over the Dream stuff, but just when I first saw these 5 and then compared to, you know, like especially some of the last set, I think like the owl, the Z-Blob car, especially if you look at the price points, like the Z-Blob car was 50, the Chameleon was 55, and Cooper's Tiger Mech was 100. If you look at these new sets that are like in that realm, the $50 for the Scorpion, 100 for that Tiger Mech compared to the Dino or the Fox Mech. If you compare the Fox Mech to the Tiger Mech side by side, the Tiger Mech has, I don't know, just a color scheme that feels more varied, more color blocky. It's got the bright yellow with the blue with the red, and then also has a lot of white and black on the legs. This just feels so much more cohesive. Like they picked a theme and they stuck to those colors, and in that like complementary pattern. The arms just have a lot of detail. They give you all this energy weapons with the sword compared to just having the sword and that pretty much being it. The little bit of blasters on the shoulders. They kind of make up for it with this additional build here, and the brain spider is pretty cool, but I just think they crushed it with the design of these. Favorite color is green. This thing coming with 7 of these green blade pieces is just so cool, and I think there's going to be a lot to do with them. So anyways, I was excited about the Ninjago stuff. I thought they looked pretty good. but this dream stuff compared to the previous set of dreams just looks incredible. I feel like they crushed it with this one. So that's pretty much it for the video. Just wanted to talk through that a little and show some excitement, hype up the dream stuff a little bit because it really did well. Anyway, thanks.